Alright, statistics for moves 6 to 9 based on over 10 million games. The evaluation is store.
C. 5.
Knight F3.
D. 6.
D. Store.
Plans for white. Establish central control with their king and lady pawns. Quickly develop their smaller pieces, typically horses at f3 and c3, and bishops looking for active boxes. Prepare the red to put your king safe and connect the towers. Look for open lines in the center if black challenges the pawn structure. Plans for black. Decide how to respond to the central pressure of the white. You can capture the central pawn, defend your king's pawn, or counterattack in the center or flank. Develop your pieces. Prepare your own castle. Find a counterattack in the center if the target advances too fast.
C. Captures on D. 4.
Knight captures on D. Store.
Knight f6.
Knight C3.
E6.
Plans for white. Continue the development of their pieces, probably taking out their lady's bishop. Define the pawn structure in the center, deciding whether to maintain tension or capture. Real, possibly on the king's flank, although lady's flank could be an option depending on the black response. Find a way to capitalize on its slight central space advantage. Plans for black. Complete the development of its minor pieces, including king's bishop. Prepare the red. Maintain a solid structure, often with pawns in d6 and e6, which offers flexibility and central defense. Wait for opportunities to create counterattack once the development is complete.
D. Store.
Knight c6.
D5.
Knight d7.
Plans for white. Continue the expansion on the king's flank with advances of pawns, open lines against the black castling. Move pieces, towers, bishops to the king's flank for a coordinated attack. Temporarily ignore the central activity on the lady's flank to concentrate on the direct attack. Completing the castling, although enrolling on the opposite flank could also be an idea with this type of game. Plans for black. Defend your king's flank, which is under threat. This may involve keeping defensive pawns or seeking to simplify the position. Search the counters in the center or flank of lady to distract white from the king's flank. Complete the development and put your king safely if he has not yet done so. Be prepared to respond to the opening of lines on the king's flank.
H. Store.
Knight captures on d4.
Queen captures on D. Store.
Knight e5.
Plans for white. Continue with your game plan, which seems to involve activity on the king's flank. Continue development and coordinate your pieces for the attack. Decide your readiness plan if you haven't done it yet. Maintain pressure on the black position. Plans for black. Activate the horse, looking for key boxes in the center or attacking weak points of white. Complete its development, particularly the lady's bishop. Maintain the defense on the king's flank. Find an active counter to prevent white from concentrating on his attack plan.
Bishop A2.
Knight c6.
Queen d3.
Bishop e7.
Bishop f4.
Castles kingside.
Castles queenside.
Plans for white. Use your towers centrally or move them quickly to the king's flank to support the attack initiated with h4. Advance your latest flank pawns A and B to create an avalanche against the black king if black is on the latest flank. Open the center or lines on the king's flank for its heavy pieces. Maintain the initiative and pressure. Plans for black. Complete your own castle if you have not done so. Respond to the imminent threat on king's flank. Find an active counter on the flank of the white lady or in the center. Coordinate your pieces for defense and counter-attack.
e5.
Bishop a3.
Bishop e6.
Knight d5.
Queen a5.
Plans for white. Defend the possible weak points on its latest flank, such as the pawn of A. Continue with your attack plan on king's flank. Transfer the tower of A1 to protect the A3 pawn or prepare it for the action. Find a way to evict the black lady from her active box in A5. Plans for black. Use the lady on A5 to press the flank of white lady, possibly creating threats against the king or pawns. Coordinate the lady with other pieces for an attack on the white lady's flank or to support the central counter-attack. Continue its development and preparation plan of your king. Maintain the defense on the king's flank.
a3.
Bishop captures on d5.
Queen captures on d5.
Queen captures on d5.
White captures on d5.
a6.
c3.
b5.
d4.
Knight d8.
f4.
E captures on f4.
Bishop captures on f4.
Rook c8.
King d2.
f6.
Bishop a3.
Knight f7.
a4.
B captures on a4.
Bishop captures on a6.
Rook a8.
Bishop a2.
F captures on g5.
H captures on g5.
Knight e5.
Well, a1.
Rook f8.
Well, a5.
Rook captures on a5.
B captures on a5.
Rook b8 check.
King c2.
Knight f7.
Bishop c4.
a3.
Well, f1.
d5.
Bishop captures on d5.
Rook b2 check.
King d3.
Bishop f6.
G captures on f6.
a2.
F captures on g7.
Rook b1.
Well, captures on f7.
Rook d1 check.
Bishop d2. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.